I don't like BMW, and I've never really explained why I don't like them, so let's get into it. But before we start the video, let me just clarify, I don't like modern BMW. The owners. The owners of BMWs are some of the most commonly mocked and memed car owners on earth. I wouldn't say they are snooty like Mercedes guys, but more overconfident. Overconfident is the main word of the day. You will see 3 Series owners leech into comment sections on Ferraris and Lamborghinis and say that their 3 Series with a tune is faster than a Huracan.
You serious?
Which we know just isn't true. Overrated performance. For the longest time, the M line of BMW sports cars has been regarded as the most impressive performing car at its price range. However, I would argue that they aren't as impressive as people make them out to be. Brands like Mercedes, Lexus, Porsche, Nissan, and Cadillac make better performing cars for the price. So let's take a look at it, shall we? The BMW M4 is the most beloved sports car probably in the whole world, especially in America. It seems to be the benchmark for speed in modern car society, yet it isn't that impressive. Take a look at the base model M4's power. 473 horsepower, which is mind-numbingly fast, don't get me wrong. It looks good, most generations, and sounds pretty good for an inline 6 that's not a Porsche. Yes, I know, before you comment, I accidentally said inline instead of a flat. You get the point. But our first comparison will be the Lexus RCF, which, by the way, looks better than the M4. And no, I'm not glazing Lexus again. Okay, maybe I kinda am. It has 472 horsepower, so one less horsey under the hood. Plus it has a V8. I feel like the choice between the two is settled at that. But okay, you might say, Vice, of course you picked the RCF, you're a Lexus glazer. Well, my angelic commenter, let's look at the Mercedes C63. No, not that garbage pile 4-cylinder, no. I'm talking about German muscle boys. The V8 version. The C63 AMG makes 503 horsepower, more than 30 more horses under the hood than the M4. Plus, well, it's a V8 and it looks better. Reliability-wise, both are destined for a life in the shop and leaking oil, but that's besides the point. Let's look at the American car this time, the CT5 Blackwing, which has a mind-blowing 668 horsepower. That is supercar levels of power in a sedan, and it isn't even $100,000. God, this car is so sexy, damn. Another car that is a better option than an M4 is a GTR, the R35 for example, a car that you can buy for $85,000 and has 565 horsepower. Again, more horsepower and more torque. Plus, in my opinion, it sounds better. It's a sin to say, but still. So we've gone over the fact that power-wise, there are cheaper and more powerful options out there than an M4. And it's not just an M4, it's every Beamer. The M3 and the M5 too. Even a 3 Series, they're just better options. But the M4 is a great catch-all example of the point. Maintenance. Are you guys ready for something that's going to get me in a lot of trouble? Even more than the V8 Vantage take? I think when a car needs to go to the dealer for maintenance every month, that is a bad car. Let me say that again for the people in the back. If you need to spend thousands every year to keep a car running, that is not a good car. Because what the hell are you BMW owners smoking? I get it. They are fast, but come on man, there is much more of a complex conversation because technically German automakers make their cars with European culture in mind. In Europe, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, I know you guys will, you guys drive maybe 10,000 kilometers per year, which for my Freedom viewers is just 6,200 miles. That is nothing in America. I bought my car in August with 29,000 miles on it, and as of February, I have 43,000 on it. Think about that for a second. So this brings the conversation all the way back to maintenance. In America, if you take a car to a dealer monthly, that is a bad car for most people, which is the reason why Honda and Toyota are so massive here. Critical talk over, think of a poop joke or something.
Why did the toilet paper roll down the hill? To get to the bottom.
Anyway, the maintenance for a Beamer to run reliably is something I just can't get behind. Sorry. Design. I think that every single generation of BMW has looked fantastic. The design language of the brand was so iconic and so famous that the cars for 20 years sort of looked the same. Nobody was upset either because they just looked that good. Timeless. But then, something happened. BMWs started to become kind of ugly. The hard truth is that a vast majority of new BMW cars don't look like a BMW. The classic front end design is gone. Grills are no longer look like BMW grills. The headlights no longer look like BMW headlights. The taillights no longer look like BMW taillights. Do you see the theme here? Now sure, I may sound like an old man shaking his fist at the sky and being upset about modern movie casting, but hear me out. BMW at one point in time was a design powerhouse. And even when they made a divisive car, remember the E65 M7? People hated that car. But now, well, people love it. It's a piece of junk, but the design aged very well. You might say, but Vice, this kind of thing happens all the time. In 5 years, people will look back at the modern BMWs and love them. But I actually don't agree with that take. Because here's the thing, the E65 looked like a BMW at the end of the day. The G70 doesn't. What the hell is this? Why is it so big?
Stop. What do you mean by that?
Size is something that has been weighing down BMW quite a bit. I get it. The 3 Series is gigantic. So is the new M3, M4, M5, and higher. I mean, damn, what are these people carrying in these things? The design of modern BMW turns me off so much to the brand. BMW used to be a design powerhouse, but now they just make cars that everyone memes on, and that's not good. So, you've made it to the end. Congrats. Not a lot of y'all actually do, so what's up with that? Anyway, here's some oil that's spilled underneath the M4. Do whatever you like with it, I guess, but anyway. I don't hate BMW Vold. Not at all, actually. I think BMW at one point made the best looking cars in the world. I mean, that's brutally honest, and I mean that. Coming from a Lexus Glazer. But not at all now, man. Not at all. So before you comment, no. I'm not a BMW hater. Just someone who wishes things were different. Thanks so much for watching, and if you don't sub, then, well, I'll force you to buy a new M7. I know you don't want to do that, so, sub, I guess. Peace.